Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is a serious moment. I can't believe we're back. It's hard to believe. You told me last year the show was done, cancelled, didn't want any more. Fans are going to say this was a marketing ploy, and somehow they've come crawling back. Will Schofield.
You're right. We did say it was over, and we meant it. And it left a bit of a gap, a gaping hole.
In people's lives?
Yeah, in people's lives. I would just say in podcast everywhere. Podcasts around the world, there was a giant gaping hole.
And we're filling it.
We're filling it.
I know. But the biggest surprise, really, because we finally needed a fresh face to complement our duo, our marvellous duo that we've had for so many years.
So we're the cement that holds this thing together. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and the finish painting on the front, I guess the little added sparkle to our trio, is all that we could afford.
So the people listening right now don't know who we're joining with. Is that correct?
Not right now, no. If they're watching this, they'd have no idea.
Yeah. Because should we just talk about where we are? We're gonna introduce who we're.
No, we might as well bring him in because it's big news.
There's so much going on right now. What is happening?
As I said, all that we could afford. Welcome back, Sam Butler.
Thank you for having me, guys. And a wonderful intro. Obviously, the big gaping hole of the podcast universe has been filled once again by, well, I'm assuming you guys looked again for someone else.
No. As I said,
no.
The fact being that
don't keep speaking. We didn't.
There is no talent out there quite like this one. So once again, you came grovelling at my feet, and you were out in the wilderness for 5 years without me. We're now going global, and we're back for one more year. And actually, to be honest, boys, I was done last year. I finished. I wanted to sign off. I thought it was done. The pin was pulled.
You haven't done a while, I think, and it's more a riding coattail scenario than you being the key ingredient. You've come along as we're peaking.
No, that's completely
It's like,
incorrect.
Where's LeBron playing? Yeah, I love them now. That's you.
So I'm LeBron.
You're fanboying hard.
That's what I heard, and that's what the people heard. And as Scotty said before, you guys are the concrete. Fantastic. You're the foundation. Well, I'm the Taj Mahal on top of it. I'm the thing people actually come to see. Fantastic that you guys are there to hold me up.
Well, you don't exist
But
without
I'm
us,
the
do
person-
you?
How are you
No,
going
exactly.
without
That's
a
fine.
concrete base, mate? How are you going? You don't exist. You're literally rubble. You're rubble.
100%. We both need each other, but no one's coming to listen to you
We don't need
without
you.
me. That's what I'm saying.
To be honest, mate, we don't need you. Like, we could just be a concrete base on the floor and it'd be fine. We don't need the Taj Mahal on top. That's fine.
That's just you guys catching up for a coffee in the downstairs.
Do you understand?
No one's going to listen to that.
No, I'm talking about the analogy, mate. I could literally just be a concrete thing on the ground.
Yeah.
You would be rubble. You wouldn't exist.
Yeah, correct.
I would exist without the Taj Mahal.
Yeah. The most beautiful things in the world are fleeting. And I'm one of them.
All right. Well, why don't we intro where we are? Because this is, it's not actually the first podcast recorded in the studio. We had an AFLW podcast, The Inside Swoop, recorded yesterday. So
no. What?
we got trumped.
We got trumped.
Yeah.
Do you know how long we've been working for this studio?
Do I?
Our studio.
Yes.
My studio.
This is the studio that BACKchat built.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
We should have been in there first.
Sam Butler couldn't fly in any earlier, so this is the way the scheduling worked.
What's the other one called, did you say?
Have a look at your face.
Mate, that's like building off the stadium and just letting Swan Districts have a run around.
Like letting the ex-players run around.
Yeah, we built that thing. Off our sweat and tears. That's why we played the first game there.
Were you playing in 89, were you?
No, ours. I said ours. Collectively.
right.
Past players.
89.
One entity.
87?
87, I reckon West Coast was established, mate.
We can cut that, can't we?
No.
By the way, inside swoop, did you think of that? How long did that take you?
Nah, it didn't, but I'm proud of whoever did come up with it.
So there's
Pretty
big
bad.
changes, right? There's big, what's it called? Inside
Changes.
swoop. Inside swoop.
Inside swoop.
I bet you came up with that.
I did not.
You definitely did.
I'm not clever enough to do that.
All right, there is big changes though. We're in a new studio. We're back. There's no changes there, but he's wearing a shocking shirt. But the big change is we are on camera now. We're recording this via video.
I think a lot of fans are going to be disappointed what Thumper's Grill is going to look like after the 9 years. But
one of the worst things that's came into the AFL game is behind the goals vision. Not because it picks up your running patterns, but it picks up a giant bald spot on my skull when I'm standing in the goal square. What sort of angle are we working with here, Thumper?
Oh, what do you reckon? It's not coming from low, Scully.
There's no angle that makes it look good for you, mate.
Is there one?
It doesn't really matter what angle it's
There's
going.
one directly behind my head, isn't there?
And I'm looking at the screen right now, and it's shiny. Very shiny.
You did the press conference today, and you wore a hat. What was with that?
Is that okay? It was outside in the sun. The sun smart.
The banner blocks you, so you got a bit of shade behind you.
Sorry about the hole in the ozone layer. Jeez.
Why are we not
Don't
embracing?
skin shame him.
Why are we not embracing solar panels for a time where all of the Perth media, millions of people watching the news, seeing Will Schofield and see a hat on, being like, "Oh, who's that new recruit? Who's that?"
They've seen it enough, mate. They've seen the solar panels enough.
I'm glad
it's
he's
not the
coming
first
to bat,
time.
yeah. I'm glad he's coming to bat because my only thing is I forgot to take it off.
Also, this is how unprepared we are, which is just normal. People that listen to this will know how unprepared we are.
And they can hear it in our voice. They can hear it in our voice.
Yeah, they know. We're making it up on the fly. We actually haven't spoke about the format of this, how we're going to do this. Are we going to do this like last year? Like, I'm obviously not going to be here all the time.
I don't know.
I've prepared no hypotheticals, which is normal again. But I think that was a 1 year thing. I think, as I said before, shine brightly, shine quickly. Hypotheticals was the shooting star in the night sky, and everyone looked at it and went, wow. And now it's run its course.
Do you reckon that's what they say? So they watch Aurora Borealis. They were, I wish that was quicker, so I saw less of it. Do you think that's what they say?
Because if it was there all the time, it wouldn't be a thing. It'd just be the sky. Do you see?
People genuinely
Do you see? Shorter is not better.
Shorter is always better.
Why?
That's
People genuinely thought we walked away as a bit of a ruse last year. People thought, oh, they'll be back.
No.
We walked away. I told my wife, Alex, that I was coming to record BACKchat today, and she said, what? You stopped doing BACKchat. That was over.
I've told multiple people that last year was a mistake.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it from Melbourne. It didn't feel right. Someone else should have taken my place. I felt sorry for the two guys and came back.
Back on videoing this whole thing, I'm a little bit nervous about the fact that people are going to be able to see how unprepared we actually are.
You've got no sheets of paper in front of you as we speak.
Well, correct. That's how we operate. And I've got to go through Scotial mid-podcast as I usually do.
Wow. Have you put one up?
Yeah.
That's pretty good preparation. That's good.
Mate, have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, mate.
We'll wrap up in 30 seconds and then introduce him. And then just bring him in, Go well over, Buddha. Love your form.
Mate, you haven't seen it.
No, what?
But it was
shocking.
Post-production genius. I did it in the change rooms, on my phone. It's got a soundtrack. It's got sound clips.
What?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Are you taking it to the next level?
Yeah, it's next level's been taken.
Texted him last night at 9:30 saying,
put one up.
Remember we're recording tomorrow and you need Scotial. He's like, oh, is that tomorrow? That's where our prep's
So
at.
we've literally slipped into it like we just week 23 of last year. Like just the same format, like nothing's changed except for the studios, which are amazing, by the way. Well done, Thumper. They're fantastic.
Thumper's had nothing to do with it. We give the people what they want. That's what we've done as a podcast for the last 10 years, and we continue to do so. Why change something that works already?
If it ain't broke.
All right. I think the fans are sick of us, so let's bring in the great man.
G'day, guys. Obviously, 2020 has been an absolutely crazy year, and even the guys in the BACKchat studio were affected. They thought their podcast was going to go number one on the charts, but 2020 had different plans. So here's an early Christmas present, is my episode of BACKchat that we recorded months ago, long before this COVID thing hit. Sit back and enjoy. Feel free to distribute to your friends and family as an early Christmas gift. Plenty of laughs and good times. Enjoy.
It is fantastic to have your company for the first ever Eagles BACKchat for season 2020. Proudly brought to you by Skill Hire yet again. God, they can't get enough of us. And you can't get enough of them. Admit it. Go online, skillhire.com.au. Check it out. Find a job, upskill, do whatever you want to do, really. But the rest is in your hands. Luke Shuey, sitting next to Will Schofield. Welcome to the studio. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I don't love the studio.
Pardon?
You don't love the studio.
It's not welcoming, is it?
BACKchat.
Hang on, I haven't finished it. I don't love the studio. Absolutely love the company.
Oh!
And love the result. The result being that BACKchat is back. And I'm
It's
your first
back.
guest.
We're putting the back in BACKchat. I kind of agree with Luke. It is the studio that BACKchat built, as we have alluded to. It doesn't. It's a bit clinical. Like it's not making me feel at home at the moment. Like maybe a plant over there, maybe a picture of me on the wall. Like it's my lounge room.
This podcast at the moment's a bit clinical. I didn't really like that introduction. Like this is our first guest of the year, and we just we just went straight to a question. How about a bit of a build-up, Thumper?
Hating Thumper already.
It's all right.
We've really slipped back into it, haven't we?
I don't like where you're at. It started last night when I texted you out of the goodness of my heart saying I've got an idea for a promo, and then you went full turbo. I work at the ABC now. I got a better idea. Here's my plan we're going with. And then I had a little bit of question. You went, Thumper, you're a turbo, mate. You're a turbo again.
As you can hear, dear
That sounds
listeners,
exactly right.
who do you think's taking this to heart the most? Stephen or Will? Steve, mate, you're the producer. You're meant to text me when this show's on. Texting me at 9:30 the night before it starts, that's not appropriate behaviour, mate.
We had convos when it was starting, didn't we?
2 hours ago when you told me we'll come in.
With each other.
Yes, we have.
With each other, yeah.
I've been very
2 hours
excited.
ago.
It's the people that matter, Will.
Okay, mate. You want to intro him properly, or are you just going to go straight into it?
I thought I did.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Reel off his
Accomplishments?
accomplishments. Yeah. What have you done? Did I say that wrong?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
He's won a GF. He had a stinker in 2015 with Collective Team.
Okay, that's the same as all three of us at the moment.
So
I
one
wouldn't
of
call that an accomplishment, but whatever.
well, you've got to make it. You know, got to be there to make it.
Yep.
Got to be there to win it.
Yep.
50 not out in 8 days cricket.
It's not bad.
Norm Smith, the medalist,
Was he?
201 games.
Yeah. Okay.
You are a little bit flustered, aren't you? You haven't been able to reel these things off.
Got
What
married.
110 not out in 10 A's.
What about
Big Hans Zimmer fan.
Huge.
What about 8 weddings in 2 months? That's a good start.
I was +1 to all of them.
All of them.
Wedding crasher.
Danny's got a lot of friends.
You know what? I was best man to one, and I still think I was the +1.
Wow.
Somehow.
Can I ask about your love of getting on the microphone at weddings, Luke, and
You can.
going into rap verses, impromptu? Talk us through that.
We all do things after we regret, and getting on the mic isn't one of them.
Was there a moment where you forgot one of the verses?
Yeah.
Talk to us about it.
Just got to live in the now, mate. Who cares? Move. Get the lyrics up on Google and move on.
What did you do?
Is there a moment when you
I,
remembered one of the verses?
What did you do?
I had to keep the crowd engaged for about 30 seconds while I got Google up on my phone to Google the second verse to Juicy. And
Oh, wow.
with 3G in the middle of Dunsborough,
So you did the first verse fine.
smacked it for 6.
Yeah.
And then got to the second verse, and I just need the first line. I can do the whole song. I just needed that first line, and I couldn't remember it. And I just had to engage the crowd, and some of the things I said while I was engaging the crowd.
What did you get?
Did you freestyle?
Shuey time.
Yeah, no, I just
Superman
had
on the mic.
I had to keep the crowd engaged, and
And
it
did
was,
you
it was just
succeed?
rubbish chat. For about, I got him back,
Yeah.
and I belted out the rest of the song.
Right. And so that's become a theme when you go to weddings.
Well, I must have been that good that they wanted me to do it at the next one.
Right. Are you pumping out the same song every time? You changing it up? You got a repertoire?
Give the crowd what they want, mate.
Right.
Righto.
What
Talking
do they
about
want?
shush up. Talking about what the crowd wants.
Shush up.
Mate, we've got the new captain of the football club sitting in the podcast, and we're talking about the second verse in Biggie Smalls'
Greatest song ever.
You got a
Have you
prob-
ever
got a
listened to
problem with
BACKchat before?
No.
This is what we do.
You know I haven't. Yeah, no, I've never listened to it.
Great. Okay. Go.
Luke,
that? Yes, you do, because you claim that I cut out my errors. So you do go back and listen.
I just know you do. Because you do. I know I'm right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've made 2 already that you're going to cut out for sure.
I know you cut them out because you say you're going to cut them out like you did just before. That the listeners will never hear it. Luke,
Coward.
you're captain of the footy club, mate. How's that going down? It feels strange to me
Good work,
because
Sandra Sully.
I've never.
Hey? You're going us went on an awesome tangent about his wedding with news that popped off about 3 months ago. Awesome.
Sam,
Yep.
please continue, Sam.
Oh, you spat the dummy.
You spat the dummy.
Yeah.
He's had enough.
Yeah.
How'd it feel when you became captain, Luke? Feel good?
Oh, yeah?
Here's a question.
Oh, wow.
Here's a question. Was it a conscious decision ever to be a better leader, or did you feel like it was natural progression through to the captaincy? I think in my time I've seen both. So Darren Glass, a good example, kind of was just a natural leader, came into the captaincy very early. I've seen others where it kind of felt like there was a conscious decision that, there was their time, they felt like it was their position in the team to change their ways and be not that their natural abilities weren't up to scratch, but to change some of the things they did to make sure they were the best leader they could be. Did you have that moment, or do you just feel that this was always in your path?
No, I never had a particular moment, but I think I did make conscious decisions along the way to just improve as a leader and be the best leader I could be. I never made a conscious decision that one day I wanted to be captain. I think I just wanted to be the best leader I could be. And I'd like to think who I am now is who I still would have turned out to be if I wasn't trying to be a good leader. I'd like to think it's pretty authentic. But I've played alongside some really good leaders throughout my time, which I think no doubt helps people grow as well.
So you didn't really change who you were, as more just being more conscious of the role you had in the club. Obviously being a respected player and well liked and the like.
Yes.
Hmm.
Why are we talking so seriously?
Don't know. Scully
Lighten
did
up a
it.
little
Scully
bit.
did it.
Oh, he might have been going somewhere before
Yeah,
you
I was.
rudely cut him off.
I was. That's all right.
I got a couple of questions for you, Boots, around the captaincy. First is you obviously had the press conference, the announcement, teammates, family, pictures, and it was in the middle of Movember. Is that right?
Twas.
Yes. So it'll be forever immortalised, I guess, that moment and the snaps with the Mo. Is it something that you're proud of? Because you've grown a better Mo as the years have gone on in your West Coast career.
Well, we all know that Movember's not about how you look. It's what you're doing it for, mate. So
In fairness, you definitely got announced as captain in December. Why was that moustache still on your face?
because I loved it.
Because
Oh, really?
Movember. It's a great cause. It's about facilitating conversations about men's health. But it was in December, mate, and you had a shocking moustache and it was still on your face when you were announced as the captain of a footy club.
I think I know why. Because I've done Movember before as well, and I'm a slow hair grower such as yourself, Luke. So your Mo only starts looking okay and semi-manly in the last couple of days. So I'm not going through a whole month of looking like I have a little girly Mo just to shave it off when November's finished. I'll hold that thing for the next 2 months. Is that correct?
That's pretty much why. Yep. But also, you know, like, why do we confine ourselves to November to just, you know, spread the word about men's health? Let's do it in December too.
Were you still raising money in December?
Nope.
Okie
Were you
dokie.
were you raising awareness by Eddie Point?
Well, he
yeah.
was, because he did his press conference with it. And now we're talking
Yep.
about it.
Hey.
Hey, spread. And we're global, as everyone knows.
This is getting
Shout
more-
out to our mates in Sweden that's listening in.
This is getting more traction than that press conference too. So it's great that we're talking about this.
Second question, have you had a bit of a taste of the extra responsibilities that the West Coast captaincy comes along with, whether it be more appearances, more meetings?
And feel free to give us the club answer and then you can give us the real answer about what sort of perks you get. Like we're talking the upgrades.
There's no upgrades at
None.
182 centimeters. That doesn't give me any more entitlement to business class.
Not just
But
business
you'll
class.
get it.
I'm
But
talking
you'll get
about
it every time.
life upgrades. Like, is anything changed in your life that before you were captain, but now you are captain, it's changed? And I don't want the press conference answer, mate.
well, maybe, but I'm yet to find that perk. In all honesty,
Okay.
not a lot's changed. I haven't had to do much.
You haven't
Only
had
been-
Don't
more
buy it.
responsibilities yet?
Don't buy it.
Really?
Do you have to go to board meetings?
Absolutely not.
Do you have to?
No.
There's some kind of secret club in the city where you've all got like all captains have like a key, and you go in there, you all drink scotch on a Saturday night, and talk about how good you are. There's something there.
And listen to Hans Zimmer.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
No, well, I'm yet to find that key. No one's given me that key yet.
Right, so it's just
God.
business as usual.
I walked into a room of scotch glasses full with Ross Glendenning and Darren Glass and Bunger and these men. I'd feel so out of place.
Yeah, you would look out of place.
Oh boy.
Hey, what about
With a
pre-game speech? You or someone else? Are you going to take it on?
Surely it's you.
I'd love to find someone that the boys just get off on hearing, like it's a bit of a token thing
yeah.
and it just gains traction.
Right, so throw it to them every now and again when you know the boys need a bit of a pick-me-up. And
Or
you,
just
but
let
you
'em-
just give the standard. Are you a motivational? Because Bunger was very, this is just what we're doing today, boys. Let's remember that what your role in the team is, kind of very straight down the line, do your job type scenario pre-game. What are you?
He was realistic because it really doesn't matter. But please tell us how you're going to impact us, Luke.
Can we come back to that in 30 seconds?
Do one right now for us.
Did you stand in front of Bunger ever?
Yes.
In a pre-game huddle?
Yes, and you know why, which I can't say on air, because I'd always...
No, not for that reason.
No, but then I'd stand up and he'd...
And you'd get whacked in
Yes,
the solar plexus.
many times.
Oh my God. So one thing I won't do is punch the bloke in front of me.
Okay, that'd be great.
I'll be pretty stock standard, mate. Yeah, I'm not.
All right, go.
You don't get anything out of a motivational speech.
And go.
I do.
Right.
Motivated. So I don't even think about the game until the captain's last speech, and then I think, all right, well, whatever he says here is the way I'm going to play. Go.
I've had to do a couple in my time, and I've always just tried to make a bit of a gag or throw to Jets for a little funny little 2 or 3 seconds at the end. And I won't be doing one now, but I might even record my first of the year.
Ooh,
For you.
that'll excite me.
Anyway, do you want to speak?
Not really.
You'd be good at it, though.
Oh, you asked me if I want to speak, not right this second. You want to ask?
No, the captain's
No.
pre-game talk.
Oh, no. I know that no one's listening. No one is listening to you. So just remember that. It's like the old saying, just imagine everyone naked when you're doing public speaking. Just remember, this is my advice to you, no one's listening, mate. So it doesn't matter what you say.
No one's listening unless you bugger it
Yes.
up. Like JK's.
Yes.
Or Sellers pre-game.
Moment.
And then you'll remember that forever.
Yes.
So just don't bugger it up.
All right, thanks.
Captaincy. What else? Like what? Surely there's something else.
First back chat of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Greatest perk ever.
Wouldn't have got you on otherwise.
Yeah, that's
No,
correct.
you're boring.
Mate, I haven't had any perks yet. I promise you. This isn't footy club talk.
Boring.
So there's detractions. So there's no perks. What's the bad part of it? People keep asking you questions. Media's all over you. Like, you're obviously in front of the camera more than anyone else now.
you got to do the extra signings at the signing sessions. There's always the captain
good
coach
one.
section.
Good
There
one.
is too.
Yeah, you're in there for an extra 2 hours.
Oh.
Just for people that don't know, we do a mass signing session, I think twice a year. Not we, the boys, do a mass signing session twice a year where we, sponsors might have some in their agreements, certain fans that we try and take care of and all that kind of stuff. So there's whole team ones, which takes 3 or 4 hours. And then there's another whole section for captain and coach that will take another couple of hours. So you're going to cop that this year.
I will.
4 hours of your life. Damn it.
Well, it's not that long.
No, it's not really when you say it like that. No.
It's 5.
Oh.
Yeah, no perks and not too many detractions either.
Perfect. So nothing's changed and it's an irrelevant award.
yet.
Is it? Like,
Yeah, I can come back on in
what does it
June,
mean
though.
to you? Does it mean?
Great question, Scully.
Yeah. What does it mean? Anything to you? What does it mean to you?
Well, it's
Ooh. Nitty gritty, I like it.
it's a real privilege to captain a footy club and
Press
a great
conference.
footy club at that.
Press
You got a
conference.
good toss record?
It's a good question, Steve.
Oh yeah, I'm 0 from 3.
Wow.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
That's poor.
Do you have some sort of tactic, or are you just bad at tossing? the
Twice I asked another bloke what I should choose because two were away games, and the other one I didn't get to call. And he
Sure.
won.
Mm.
So anyway,
That's really bad.
Only way but
we
up.
won all 3. So
That's really good.
yeah.
We'll take it.
Talk to us about what you did with your 2018 boot and whether you know how much it all went for in the end.
So I had 2 pairs of boots I wore on the day. Getting towards the end of that year, my boots were aging, and I felt as though I wanted to wear them both pairs throughout a game. So I changed at half time just to feel freshish. So I auctioned off my first pair.
Straight after the grand final.
Yep, straight after the Jeff.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about this because
Yeah.
I saw this bushfire appeal and I thought it's quite good by you, Luke. You've completely, I'm pretty sure you've already sold your boots there, mate. So what are you doing here?
Nah, so I auctioned off my first pair straight after the granny.
For a
And-
Luke
cause
Shuey appeal?
or for the honeymoon
No.
appeal?
No, for the back pocket. Yep, the back pocket foundation.
Right.
And I kept my other pair and planned on keeping them. And then this opportunity came up to donate something for the bushfires. And I thought, what's my most prized possession that I don't really need? You need your premiership medal.
You don't need
Yeah.
it.
And the 2015 boots probably wouldn't have gone for that much, I guess.
The 2015 boots that I had 28 and 1 with.
Oh,
No.
Sorry.
wow. Well used.
So I put these 2018 boots up, my other pair of 2018 boots up for auction for the bushfires, and I feel really good about it.
Do you know what it raised
Good
in the
on you,
end? Because
I'm
it
not sure.
closed last night.
Not sure, man.
Did
Probably
it?
3 figures. Like
No.
100.
Well, you want to have a guess?
Yeah, I'll have a guess.
Okay, Sam.
2,500.
If you get this right, I will equal to the dollar.
You'll give me your third pair of boots.
Yes.
Awesome. 2,500.
What do you want to go with?
No, not 2,500. I know for a fact it wouldn't have been that. I didn't say one thing on it. 2,500, please.
You know for a
Talking about
fact.
Norm Smith medalist, grand finalist, captain of the club, 200 gamer, 2.5 grand, pocket change.
Maybe for you, big dog.
8,200. $33.
That's overs. That is well overs.
Why don't you have a punt then, Boot?
Yeah, champ.
1,800.
1,800.
You're being silly. It went for 42.90 in the end. So well done raising that cash.
So I was
Scully.
closest.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Shocking.
$42.90. That's a great donation.
It's a good cause. And speaking of, are you...
Well done to the buyer.
And will you
Thank
hand
you.
it to him personally, I'm assuming?
The boots? If they want me to. Yeah.
Ooh.
I would say so. What about the Greg Hire T20 cricket game you've put your hand up for? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to be doing there?
Bowling offies off 3 steps.
Scully, you play a bit of cricket with him in the warm-up room. How will he be?
Or you're bowling, eh? Is that what you're doing?
Well, I'm trying to limit the movement, mate. It's a Friday night after a main training
Surely
session.
there'd be less movement batting.
Not with
Big
me,
swings,
mate. I
though.
knock the singles round.
Big swings.
Look, I think you'd be more suited to maybe a leg slip type fielding position.
that.
Not a lot of action coming your way. A bit of lip. You're close enough for a bit of lip, and keep you well down the order. Yeah, I mean, you probably think you're better than you are, if you're honest, mate.
I don't have an opinion on myself as a cricketer, but I just know
I reckon
that
you
I made
do.
3 tons as a junior. So a charity match should be no qualms.
Says Nick Nats there. He can't be playing. He's surely not good enough.
You're right, he can't play.
Imagine the club. The club's not letting him play. They barely let him play footy, let alone cricket.
He's horrible at all sports too.
Yeah, he's up
Like,
there.
I don't know if he could even bowl. He'd probably just throw him down, would he?
I think he's running drinks.
You
Drinks.
know who would be bad at cricket? Sam Butler. I bet you're bad at cricket.
Nah, leggies. Oh, turn him to. I'm actually pretty bad at cricket.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
You're
Cricket, I'm not very good at golf.
Not a lot of penetration about your entire body, if I'm honest.
Soccer, footy, that's it.
Yeah. Anything that I don't have to use a utensil for, I'm awesome at.
Yeah, sweet.
You're a great cook.
That's a good point. Yeah. It's not a hard and fast rule. There are exceptions. I'm also good at table tennis. Most natural table tennis player I know.
Yeah. You are a good table tennis player.
When do you find out whether you're playing All-Stars footy or not? Is that a lock that you are, or you're not?
Yeah, what's the go with that?
I'm not sure if that's out yet, but anyway, I'm not.
So how do they pick? Have they not picked you?
Mate, he's from Victoria.
We
Yeah.
We produced some good football players in that state.
No, they didn't come to me and ask me to play. We had to put a hand up if we wanted to.
I've opted out as well,
And-
guys. I've opted out, just in case you're wondering.
Okay.
I've
No one cares.
Yeah, they came to us, and I opted out.
I think in terms of preparation for the season, I'd much prefer to play in our JLT game or Marsh Series game the day before.
So you did not put your hand up?
So I said no to the
Okay.
but I did donate money to the bushfire relief. So I have done my part, and I don't feel as though me not playing in this Origin game is turning my nose up at the bushfires at all. So don't go there.
No, I would never have gone there.
This is a good topic because there's a bit going on here. For starters, I agree with Boots for a bit. It's a bit different for the WA guys. Yeah, as much as it's great to be raising money for bushfires, that sort of stuff, it's a very different commitment for us. It's not a drive from Richmond down to the MCG or down to Telstra Dome to go and play, as most of the Victorian-based clubs will be doing. It's a
Every
whole,
week.
It's a whole, yeah.
Are you
It's-
talking about the game? So.
Yes. It's a whole weekend thing for us, which is fine. Again, people have lost a lot and that, but I think can also play in Perth. I don't think you should have to go to Melbourne.
Can we just go back on my boot sales? I'm glad you didn't nail the 42,000.
42,000. Pump the brakes there. No one's paying 42 grand.
I'm glad
for yours.
4,200.
I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't nail the. I'm glad you didn't nail the 4,200
Why?
because I didn't really want to have to double if you had have got it right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What about
would you
this-
put your
cool.
hand up for State of Origin given our pre-season games the day before? And
Well, I'd suppose, yeah, I don't know. I suppose I would. But it's not really State of Origin, is it? Not for a South Australian like myself.
That's what I was going to say. How do you
It's a
feel
little
about-
bit different.
It's not State of Origin. It's not.
No, they're calling it State of Origin, I think, more as a intro to be able to bring it back in future years. But let's not detract from what the event is. It's as Scully just said, fantastic event. So good that the AFL and other sports are doing their part for this, and it'll raise a lot of money. Whether I'd play or not, I don't really know. I don't think I'd have to worry about it either. So,
Where do you think you'd play in the South Australian team? Would you be a backman or would you be a midfielder?
probably mid.
Really?
No, I would be bench at best.
Yes. No, you wouldn't be on. You wouldn't be in the team at all.
That's why I
Let's
said
be
it
honest.
best.
Yeah, well, no.
You
Yeah.
asked the question.
Okay, that's fair enough at best.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess at best you would. But you're not getting there.
Obviously.
Okay.
I don't play football.
Boots, congratulations on the wedding after 6 years, I believe, with partner Danny and tying the knot over the break. Must have been a big moment. I feel a bit bad because I was moving house quite a bit in 2019, so invite, mail, gone.
It's fine. No, all good.
I mean, I saw people there like Pritter. That was probably an economical decision. He'll be on the water all night. He's not really a full-time guest. Nick Nat's there. You want a bit of social coverage. I get it.
Mm.
You know, but...
So
Band.
you're bringing nothing, is what you're saying.
No, we didn't want to.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The old no rule at the
You
wedding.
did have plenty of waiters at the wedding, so we didn't really need Steve to be carrying the drinks around, did we?
We actually needed him the next morning.
Clean up.
Yep.
Yes.
Talk to us about the event in
Anyway.
general. All went well.
It's good, thanks, mate. Yeah, we had a great day. Good night.
Scotty
Smooth
Selwood,
sailing.
best man. He do a good job.
He was pretty good. Yep, I think.
Oh,
Look, I enjoyed-
not a glowing.
It was, well, I didn't like getting roasted at a couple of points, but
I enjoyed
I guess that's what comes
Scott's commitment to the losing the ring gag when you're the ring bearer's best man. A great commitment. I only say that because I was best man over the break as well at a wedding, and Sam was there. And I told Sam I was going to commit like Scott Selwood did, and I didn't. I
Did not commit.
I panicked.
You went for it, but didn't commit to it.
No.
It was an abrupt.
I feel like it's not about me up there, and I did think that just before I was about to do it. I was like, you know what? Maybe not the best gag, so I half did it and then I didn't. But Scott was turning around, patting other people's pockets.
What did you think, Boots?
he got me. He got me. So I think the boys were doing that against me. It's a hard thing to commit to.
Oh, yeah.
Real
Very
hard.
hard.
Like on the spot. You put yourself in that position.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's hard to actually go with for 10 seconds.
Scoot was good.
Yeah. And it's not about Scooter, but it was very funny for us. But you don't want to make the bride angry on the wedding day, do you?
It's not about him. It's not about Scott Selwood.
No, you did the right thing, Will.
Yeah,
You
thank
did the right thing.
Well done,
You were a
Scott.
great best man.
Yeah, it was.
Congrats.
That was the best.
I d-
Man.
I did speak with Danny prior to this podcast, Boots, just to see what I could kind of fish out. We've done this for so many years, where
course
she
you
was
did.
like, blocked my call to start with. Who's this? Ring back. I was like, you know who it is. And she fed us a couple of lines that I hadn't heard prior. So
Wow.
one of the more interesting ones, I guess, was the fact that you've lived in WA for, what, like 11 years now? Married a West Australian,
12, maybe?
rejecting Victoria All-Star games. Like, you're pretty embedded here now, I would have thought. But you don't like the beach whatsoever.
No.
You don't like the
Not really.
sand.
I don't
Right.
love the sand. I think a lot of the time at WA beaches it's windy, which just isn't enjoyable.
You're too windy.
Uh,
you do like pretending that you like the beach though.
Not really.
Like quite often, like you had something on today's night once, and you're holding a paddle board and putting Instagram up, like
Money
walking
talks,
through the
mate.
sand and stuff like that.
I
Like
think you're referring to one of the funniest clips you'll ever see an AFL footballer participate in. And it wasn't for money. It was the AFLPA. And it was Luke pretending he was a stand-up paddleboarder as he full-time and a part-time footballer in a rash vest.
oh, yucky.
I always said I was the most sun-smart bloke at this club, so that rashy is that's why I was wearing that.
Does Danny like the beach?
Loves it. Yeah, loves it. Who asked that?
Ollie, does your son?
Uh,
Who asked that? You were looking at Butsy and his mouth didn't move.
Oliver has come around to it. Yeah, we tried to get him on the beach real early, and obviously as a newborn, they don't really like much, so that didn't go down
How
great.
new are we talking? Took him down there after hospital. Wasn't a fan of the beach.
We
Yeah,
had
he's
him down
living
there.
used to the
Water
womb
birth.
at the stage. Oh, good effort.
So he's come around to it in a big way. We get him down there now, and we actually have to watch him at all times because he runs into the water, and if we're not there to grab him, he'll be out there.
At what point do you think you'll be able to not watch your son at all times at the beach, mate?
Probably when they get to 10, 11.
Why are you standing up? We got cameras here, mate. What are you doing
I like
to me?
to change it up.
I think we'll really be able to get Steve into a real fizzy as the year
A
goes
tizzy
on.
or a fizzy?
Nah, fizzy. I'm calling it a fizzy.
I'm not quite sure what the fizzy is.
It's a Steve Wizzy.
It's been a good start. By the way, what are people going to watch this for? What's the advantage of
man.
watching?
I
We're
can't
not
get-
showing like
Can't get
things.
this camera right.
We're not talking about something that people can look at.
Do you?
No one's going to watch this.
I got a different one for you, Boots. All right. You
Go
don't
on.
mind. You don't mind your US sports, do you?
Loves them.
A few of them.
Yeah. NFL, NBA.
Oh, NFL. Not huge on NBA.
Really?
Ah,
It's a shame. My next question's NBA related.
Yeah, great.
go for it.
All right. Dion Waiters. Do you know what he did in the off break?
Waited at a restaurant.
Was he weightlifting?
Was D on the mic?
I didn't see it coming. Oh, I love it.
What's the question? Who cares?
Neon Dion. No, I don't know.
Dion Waiters, a guard for the Miami Heat. He got on a team flight as they were traveling to some city to play, and he accidentally had something he shouldn't have, and it was an emergency landing. He was in a very strange place. Dion, look it up for fans at home. I want to know what the weirdest kind of flight experience, whether it be yourself or teammates, whether you've ever had to be rerouted before.
Rerouted. Oh.
We've had some fraidy cats on flights.
Like a
A few of the boys are scared of flying. Nick Nat's afraid of flying. He's got better over the years. His first few flights, he was like, I flew with him early. I didn't know, and he was gripping the whatever they're called armrest hard.
Mitch Brown, Jeremy McGovern. Jeremy McGovern's scared.
on flights.
Yoey's scared.
The funniest one.
A lot of our best players are scared.
Yeah, they're scared.
So
the
instead
best one of all time was Simon Tunbridge. You remember that?
Yes.
So he was very scared, and to the point where they had to kind of give him some relaxants. So they gave him the relaxants, and he used to zone out. We went to Brisbane. You guys would have been there.
Yeah.
And Simo's called the impromptu team meeting. Boys, I want get in. Let's have a chat in the team room. We've gone in normal. Everyone knows Tunners is a bit zonked. He's got his hoodie over his head, like looking at the ground. And somehow Simo's picked him to say something. It's like, all right, boys, and what else are we going to bring tomorrow? Tunners? Tunners looks up from his stupor inside his hoodie looking like Darth Maul. He goes, huh? And the room erupted. And Simo thought he was just like sleeping during his meeting. Like he was livid. And then people had to explain to him later on, like, he was just out of it, man. Like, he is so scared of flying. Oh, so good.
Forgot about that.
I've got something that I've heard that just seems you've changed a little bit as captain.
Here we go.
Is it true that you now have your own personal driver to take you to weddings and drive you home and such?
Sorry.
No.
Cool story. But
No, hang on. I'm conscious that this might be going somewhere that I've forgotten. This could be going.
You're talking about the old Dusty Martin story, aren't you?
If I was Dusty, I would have done the exact thing. How good was that story?
You knew that one.
Oh, that wasn't Luke.
What a king.
Well, you told me before. You said Luke did this.
No, I
And
didn't.
why wouldn't
Remember
I
how I
think
talked about like I was going to have the gag that he's looking up to Dusty? Remember all that preamble now?
Is this a famous story that Dusty did that?
Yeah.
Hang on.
So what's happened here is Butsy's been told a story about Dustin Martin, thought that it was a story about you, and then jumped on the question as if he's reporting some amazing story, and it's a story about Dusty leaving his car at the MCG after the grand final. Is that what we're talking
No,
about?
wrong
it's not
story.
about that.
Wrong story.
Yeah.
But this is how our prep is, really.
Perfect.
Well, Thumper wanted to, because Thumper's been called the poor man's gaff for the last forever.
Yep.
And he wanted to start calling Shuey the poor man's Dusty. I was like, I don't think it doesn't really work.
That is a lie.
Is a poor man's Dusty still rich?
Yeah, still rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not me.
You're such a peanut. Yeah, I want my poor man's Dusty gag in there. I'm like, we'll get there, Butts. We'll get there.
I never said that.
Oh, neither did I.
Yours.
Stop
that
making
was yours.
stuff up. All right, I think I'm pretty much done, eh?
No, I reckon we keep going, eh?
All right, what about last one? You get a lot of Tim Kelly questions, Boots. You complain that you're getting too many Tim Kelly questions on Media Street.
Well, it's not the Tim Kelly questions that are annoying me as such. It's the
no questions
like,
about you.
How's Tim? Yes, exactly what is pissing me off. No, it's how's Tim going? Well,
Be
good.
more specific.
Yeah.
That's all they ask. How's Tim? And like over and over again. Come on, guys. Ask me Tim Kelly questions, but a bit more detail.
I guarantee I got one you haven't copped yet. How do you think he will fend if he's on Eagles BACKchat for 2020?
Oh, I'm sure he has been asked that because it's a topic that's
Yeah.
probably well
Well, it
covered.
was dead until 2 hours ago.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is that in his contract?
Should be.
A few people have asked me that. What? What? Sorry.
Yeah, keep going.
My response was, he's a funny dude. he's actually a funny dude. I think he'd go all right. Why don't you find out for yourself?
Well, because Scully, we know that Butsy kind of clams up around people he doesn't know.
We call him the clam.
Yeah.
That's what we like to
He's not
refer to him.
confident.
When he's not here, we call him the clam.
Yep.
Said no one ever. What are you trying to say?
I'm saying we'll probably get Tim Kelly on because it's in his contract.
Nah.
You're just not very good with people you don't know.
No, I don't like people I don't know. I tell my missus often, I don't need new friends. I've got too many already.
Oh.
Tim Kelly, I'm sure you're lovely.
You don't need to be friends with
don't
someone
need to know
to talk to them. I feel like I'm talking to myself.
I do. It helps.
I feel like I'm
It
talking
helps.
to me here. Why are you acting like this? This isn't you.
Nah, true. I love making new friends. You're on, Tim. Come on. You better be funny, though.
Sweet. I did go to a...
Don't be another Nick
I'm
Nat.
sure he's listening.
Before we get to a segment that Butsy tried to actually can...
Yeah, no, so I want to talk about that.
Well, I
you
said
gonna say something
before
else?
we get
Okay,
there.
go.
Yeah, before we get there. I went to a few teammates to get a few stories around your boots, but I think they're just playing with me at this point. So can I just go through the checklist and you say whether they're on point or not?
Go for it, man.
Okay. That you were breastfed until you were 8?
Incorrect.
Okay.
It was 10.
That one's from Redo.
Of course it is.
Trying to get Botox done in the gums so they go down.
That's Redden as well.
Fantastic.
That's Redden. Is this just a list from Redo to ask?
You got big gums.
That,
Settle down, Gummy.
it's not me.
Is it you?
No.
Gummy.
Open your mouth when you speak.
So we're 2 from 2.
Gummy there.
There's one about the man cave at your house that Danny doesn't let you go in
as
it.
well.
And she's
My
got
God,
the keys.
did you go to anyone else but that sad, pathetic loser? Oh my God.
I think Nick Nat gave me the Botox one.
What's the one about the man cave?
Oh, I'll tell you that Redden thinks my missus has the man cave keys and I don't have access to them.
So it's the Woolman cave.
Is that what it is,
That's where Redden was going.
Mm-hmm.
Redden's just
Is that true or not?
no, and because you made me sit up in anyone else but
Did
Redden.
you just go down your chair? Oh, okay. So, last one. This wasn't from Redden. Few of the boys think of yourself as a bit of an introvert. Bunga-like, that's a stretch. But people say you love to keep to yourself. Alone time, interstate trips. As Shuey is, I need my alone time type thing. They just want to know what you do in your spare time. Obviously, when you're not around family. How do you blow off steam was really the main question they wanted to ask.
Stand up paddleboarding.
It feels like it's a social media type question, but go for it, Steve.
Who asked that? That's
Well,
a real
it
serious
was on
question.
social media. It was on
Reveal your sources and I'll reveal my answer.
Nah, because your answer won't be very exciting.
Simo.
How do you blow off steam?
Yeah. Yowie was maybe in there.
Hans Zimmer.
All right, well,
Jack Darling's interested to know.
now
What are you doing?
Well, having a kid under 2, like there's not a lot of downtime at home to watch Netflix and watch your shows. Everyone's got a show. And when he goes to bed, I quite often am not far off going to bed as well. So anytime I'm on an away trip, I binge watch. I've gone from going to Melbourne for games interstate and catching up with every one of my mates the whole trip to now just not even telling people I'm there. And if they know I'm there, it's because they've checked my fixture. I'll catch up with my dad and that's it. And then go on to watch like 20 episodes of Blue Mountain State.
Yeah, I've noticed. I can keep texting you when you come over.
You're my dad.
So that's
I actually did run into your dad. Remember you were walking with your dad? I was scared the crap out of him. It was the greatest. And he saw it coming.
Please enlighten the rest of us with this hilarious personal joke.
It was fantastic. So I was like, oh, this seems like an opportunity.
Wow.
And I didn't really want to scare Dave. I love Dave. Really good guy. I thought I might get punched in the face.
Great.
But had to follow through with it. Ended up being hilarious.
Love that.
Yeah.
Willie,
Yeah.
Really style.
it's time. I want to go home.
Are we gonna so yeah.
You said that you
this is happening.
you
This is
said
happening.
you
I'm
wanted to
just gonna
speak
accept
about it. Do you want to speak about it?
Well, more because of the whole format. You know, we're evolving. We're a new studio. If you're stagnant, you die.
We
You need to reshape yourself. You need to move with the times. There's been an anchor for this show for a long time.
Me.
Just holding us down, dragging us,
Me.
not letting. Yeah, you're an anchor. We're trying to get from here to
I'm an
somewhere
anchor.
across the seas.
No, we're
That's
not.
better than here. And you're an anchor,
No.
holding us in one
No,
space.
we're a
We
balloon.
want to spread our wings. I'm mixing analogies here.
Yeah.
We're a boat with wings, and you're anchoring us to where we are right
We're
now.
a hot air balloon, and without the anchor, you're just floating off into nowhere, mate. You need the anchor.
Yeah, but a hot air balloon is made to be in the air,
Right.
not on the ground with an anchor.
Yeah.
Wear a balloon.
Otherwise, it's just a basket on the ground.
Okay.
Wear a balloon and you're the fire.
So what would you like to say?
Well, what I want to say is obsolete. I basically say every episode.
So you don't want social media?
No, I don't. I think we should bridge it. Maybe read out 2.
Okay. Well, you know what? Here we are. And I'm going to do social media as I've always done it because it's the only thing that people listen to this podcast for. I've been told that numerous times by a lot of people that they just skip straight to social media. And when we finished Eagles Back Chat last year, I considered just doing social media by myself and just cutting you two out of it.
He approached me. That is true.
Really?
Yes. He said we need to make our own spin-off.
Spin-off show.
Yep.
I didn't
Better Call Saul.
say we need to make a spin-off. I said I need to make a spin-off.
I'm going to read Instagram posts every night and people are going to listen to it.
You know I'm being sarcastic, Sam. I would never do that to you because I know that without this, your life is obsolete. But we're here. Social media. It's well-renowned. It took a little break, went on hiatus a little bit. People were disappointed. People were sad.
Luke Shuey's just throwing a cup of water at me in the brand new West Coast radio facility.
This is why you have YouTube.
Sorry, mate.
That's a fact.
That
People
could
can
go
see
down.
it. People can see it.
That could go down as Matt Jep spilling his
My
chocolate
head was
milk in
yogurt.
year 1 or year 2. That's outrageous by you, Luke.
I'm quite frankly excited to hear these social media
Good,
questions.
okay.
Go.
Now, we're here, people. Social media. I thought with the new studio we might have had maybe one clip to play, like a bit of a theme song, but Steve, you've done nothing. You've done nothing. Social media, here we are. Rob _ Dinsdale _ We've started with double underscores. No one's impressed with that? Okay, that's fine.
I wasn't listening.
What was harder for the Mad Shoeys? Not going back to back or the thought of never hearing another Eagles back chat ever again?
Poignant.
This is obvious. Come on. We need harder hitting questions than that.
Okay.
Please. We all know
They didn't even want to go back to back.
chat is going to hurt more.
It's back chat.
Back to back chat.
Lee Boy 910, is it socially responsible as club captain to keep that reprehensible stash going for the entire season, Luke?
Who's this?
This is Lee Boy 910. I do like to let you know he doesn't have an underscore in his name.
I've answered that, Lee Boy, earlier in the show. So if you're a real Backchat fan, don't just skip forward to this part. You might not have, but if you have, go back and listen.
Okay.
Can I do an intro to
Great
this
answer.
social media?
Yeah, please.
Thanks. So it's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Takes Gaff outside defensive 50 and they're outward bound again, the Eagles through Schofield. Just meandering along. Look at that. He sold it beautifully. And Stroll's now away. And they've got to half forward all on the back of his great run from Will Schofield. He might fancy himself here. All the way from defence. It was worth a goal. Stand up and applaud that one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, stand up and applaud this. Social media is back.
Social media.
Was that your Freo goal?
I'm going to pretend like I don't know, but yeah, it was. Talking _ West Coast Eagles. That's what we're talking. The Mad Shoeys. Why do I always see Nick Nat, Jamie Cripps, Mark LaCroix catching fish, but I never see you with one? Are you not a fisherman or are you just a bad one?
Oh, no, I've got a life. So
goes whack. Afro Ninja 86. I like the name. Lack of underscore. Disappointing. Awesome news. Who out of the backman, Luke, would you like to most see kick a goal after the siren to win the grand final? Thought that was a good question. Obvious answer.
Considering you've already won us one.
No, goal after the siren.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But considering you've already won us a grand final.
Yep.
I'm going to go Tommy Cole.
Tommy Cole.
Or Tom Barras.
Surely that would be the greatest
Tom Squared.
first ever goal.
That's
Hence the reason
Okay.
why I want Tom Squared to be the goal kicker.
Look, I know you wanted to evolve, Sam.
Yes, please.
I'm sensing some sort of evolution here because apart from our first writer-innerer, we haven't had another underscore. And we go again. Kelly Manuel 84, no underscore. I don't know what's happened. The people have lost
They're
the plot.
dropping off.
Yeah, people have lost the plot. Shuey, who was BOG at your wedding? Congrats to you,
Ooh.
Danny and Ollie. Yeah, who cares about congrats? Who was best on ground?
Lauren Kennedy.
Oh, wow.
Wife. Great Josh. Oh boy.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
She was
Oh, boy.
hilarious.
we'll leave it there.
Yeah, she was good.
You wouldn't know.
Matty Steno, no underscore. This is unbelievable.
This is deplorable.
It's actually quite depressing. Besides other leaders at the club, who does Boots look up to for leadership guidance, e.g. other AFL players, past and present, other sports people or leaders away from sport, or use any resources for leadership, e.g. inspiration from books or podcasts, etc. Any recommendations? There is at least
some more examples.
There is at least 6 questions in there.
E.g.
North Beach 5-timer.
Well,
Who's that text? He's 1-8, I think.
He's 110 actually.
Oh, wow.
it's a lot of
Who do you
flags.
use? That's a decent
Oh,
question.
good
It's quite
question.
serious.
I like
I
it.
haven't really reached out. Was the question whether I've reached out?
No, who do you
Who do you
use for
draw
leaders?
inspiration from?
You know, I'm actually looking into wanting to catch up with someone from the SAS.
Okay.
So there you go.
Salty.
Yeah.
Scully, you can hook that up.
Because I love the beach and like I can get down there.
Garvo 543, no underscore. I've noticed a lot of players enjoy watching UFC, and I was wondering if there was an in-house tournament at the football club, who would be 1 and 2, and who would be crying in the corner, not wanting to fight.
Great question.
And who would you want to fight? 3 questions. Who would you
Great
want to fight?
question.
1 and 2. Who's crying in the corner other than Thumper?
I want Redden.
Yep, great.
The junkyard
Is that
dog.
a coward's way out though? Like easy win
Oh,
sort
that'd
of
be-
thing.
Yeah, shelling peas.
Still fun though.
Yeah.
Will, have you asked this because you know that I'd put you in my top 2?
I did like the question.
You're a
did-
Oh,
horrible
you reckon
boxer,
you'd
but
be
you're still
on the
top 2.
floor, you dominate. You
I'm a
reckon?
terrible boxer.
Yeah.
Boxer.
But
But I can kick.
you can grapple.
Yep.
You can kick.
I can kick a knee.
An elbow.
Who's in the corner not wanting to fight?
Where do I start? There's a few of them.
Probably Redden.
Redden.
Shepherd.
Oh.
In a big way.
Shepherd.
Ooh.
Gaff.
Gaffy.
Some surprising ones there. Gaff, yeah. Yoey probably be in the corner.
I'm not sure Nick would want to fight.
No, he'd be horrible.
He wouldn't want that nose hooked anymore.
I think
So-
it's surprising. Maybe not.
Oh, Gummy.
Number one might be a Hearn. I think you'd have trouble dealing with Hearn. Don't think you could knock him out too easy.
Physically, but you got to have that killer instinct, didn't you?
Who's got the
as
killer
well.
instinct? Who's your number one? Let's put me at 2 just for taking the piss out of it a bit, because obviously I'm number 1. But if I'm not,
I
who's
wouldn't
number
have you
1?
in my top 10.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
Great podcast.
wow, yeah.
Yeah,
it's very hard.
in all honesty, probably Nick.
Yeah.
Like, he can box, and there's a bit of power behind
Yeah,
those.
okay.
And with that reach, I don't know if anyone's really getting in reach to grapple with him, except you.
Jackie Zoo, no underscore, although a long time listener. I thought a decent question. Will Scully be the godfather of Butsy's child?
100% no.
Who will be?
Do they still do that? Godfather
Let's
thing?
pretend you've got to pick someone.
Sorry? 100% no.
100% no.
Why 100% no?
Um,
I'm a little bit offended by 100% no. At least give me like a 90% no.
okay. I won't
You
say-
don't even have someone in mind.
I won't say absolutely no. If the top 20 say no, then you'll be a chance.
Who would you lean towards then?
Who would I lean towards? Well, my bet, Bo Waters would be right up there.
Okay, great. Tyler Blackaby, no
Matchy.
underscore. Will Scovert
Great
is the
chat.
reason the Mad Shoeys has taken over as a skipper, because his hairline is starting to retreat, much like your own and Bungers. Is that the unspoken prerequisite to lead this great side?
It's pretty funny. Is it?
Yeah, no, you're in a little bit of trouble. You no need to hold that back, mate. We've got a camera watching you the whole time.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Is
Can
this
I
over?
ask
Is this
something,
over?
Scully?
Well,
It's not really Scully.
I've got one left.
Yeah, can I jump in before it then?
Okay.
Did you almost miss the prelim in 2018 by rolling your ankle like out with your dog or something? Did I read a story?
It was the prelim or the qualifier against Collingwood. One of the two.
Right.
Can't really remember.
And what are you doing out? What happened?
My dog.
You rolled your ankle. That's funny.
Because you've thrown your dog under the bus a bit. I don't know if he was needed in the story. You let him have it.
Okay, you want me to just let him ravage that bird up the back corner of my backyard?
We're the humanitarians saving the bird.
It was the next door neighbour's pet bird.
Oh, right.
Well,
His pet cocky was sitting on my fence. Harvey, my Ridgeback boxer, fair athletic dog, jumped up, grabbed the wing, pulled him down. Schofield like in the octagon. Started going to town. I've had to run out my back door. Tried to jump up on my ledge. Missed the jump. Rolled my ankle like taking off on the jump. So like halfway in midair, I'm already grabbing my ankle. Hit the deck. Couldn't do anything about it.
and how did
bird.
the cocky
Where's
fare?
the cocky at?
Yeah, not here. Not here.
Really?
And
oh, wow. And it wasn't like just your run-of-the-mill cocky. This was a 30-year-old bird that was a part of the family.
50-year heirloom.
Walk me through the knock on the front door after that then.
Honestly,
Did you have the bird in your hands?
so we had a friend over at the time, one of Dan's mates, Sarah. If you're listening, probably is. Hello. She country girl, grew up on a farm, so just went and just grabbed this dead carcass, put it in a bin bag for us. Dan then proceeded, my wife, to walk next door.
Where were you? Oh, you were icing
I
up.
was at the club getting the game ready ice machine and seeing Warren Coфord, our strength and conditioning coach, about how the hell to get through main training tomorrow before the first final. Anyway, Dan knocked on the door and the young daughter was home, no older than 13. She said, "Hi, is your dad home?" Danny was angry because I'd rolled my ankle. So somehow it was the poor neighbour's fault. "Hi, is your dad home?" No, he isn't. Why? Okay, well, your bird's dead, and your dad's going to have to come and see me when he gets home.
Wow. Ruthless.
Anyway, Paul gets home. Paul, probably listening.
Paul's the dad.
Hello, Paul. Yep, Paul's the dad. Got home, came over, bawling his eyes out. It's okay. I cried when I found my dog had bone cancer this year. Cried immensely. Pets, we get attached, and he was crying, and we had to give him his bird in a bag.
How's the daughter going?
It's not important because I was able to play that week.
What's important is that we won the grand final because of me.
Moral of that story is we won the grand final.
Yes.
We ever a chance
And
to
I'm the
miss?
man.
We ever legitimately close to pulling the pin?
Please. Luke and I have a thing at the club.
No.
We
Like
Luke
a romantic thing?
it's almost romantic. Yeah.
We've had more ankle rolls collectively than this club's had in the history.
Luke and I roll ankles. That's what we do.
I'm in the same boat, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I don't think we've ever missed a training session with a
Well, we
rolled
have,
ankle.
but we don't miss games.
Yeah.
We do bad ankles and we're okay the next day.
So, yeah. The whole running gag between Luke and I is you're not missing a game with a rolled ankle, especially not missing a final.
And God, we're tough.
Oh,
my God. I don't listen to us. No injection either.
All right. That was a great story, but a terrible interruption and quite rude to social media. Final question.
Good addition, I
It was
thought,
good,
Sam.
though.
Handbones 87, no underscore. I just
Handbones.
I don't reckon you read any out next week.
everyone knows what they need to do for next week. I don't even need to say it. Last question. Was the video made on Instagram that they're commenting on? Was it made by an year 8 student or thumper?
And who was it made by?
And I would just love to just throw Thumper under the bus. Thumper, you're so bad at your job. Why don't you do something? Handbones 87, it was me, mate. I put that one together. But in fairness, I did it out of spite to Steve because Steve refused to do it and was basically getting very flustered because I wasn't prepared enough for social media, as per usual. So I put it together in the change rooms, and that's what you got, Handbones. And you know what? Suck it.
Cool. Luke Shuey, got the cans off. You ready to call it quits? Thanks so much for coming in for the first ever BACKchat, not the first ever podcast in the studio, but it was still great to have your company and wish you all the best as skipper and in your inaugural season. What season, Will?
I don't reckon you said that right.
Inaugural.
Inaugural?
No.
Inaugural?
What?
Said it.
Inaugural.
No.
Inaugural.
Can I say something?
Let's move on.
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock Melbourne time.
I'd like to say something. Thank you for having me.
It's okay.
I have a thing with cliches.
Mm.
People don't like cliches. I do because they're a cliche because they're true. And
Incorrect.
I'm honoured to be on this show. That ain't a cliche. I'm genuinely honoured to be here. So thank you for having
Why
me.
the preamble about all the cliches were talking?
Just go with it, Sam.
Right.